Men fall in love with you through investing in you. You need to let them spend a lot of money on you, honey.
I'm in my 30s, I'm single, and I live in LA. It's really hard to meet people out here.
You're in your 30s, another birthday has passed by, and you are still single.
I'm sitting here at 38, no kids. No kids on the horizon either, because I'm not married and don't have a partner.
This trend of women waiting until they get older to settle down is biting them in the butt. They claim to be strong and successful, but cry every night because they're home alone.
I turned 32 this month and I'm still single. And I know that sounds so dramatic, but it's been crossing my mind a lot this past month. Well, really past couple of days since it became September. I've been single for 4 years, and it really sucks being the only person in your friend group that's single, the only one pretty much in your life without a life partner. And I think all the time about how much easier my life would be if I had someone to share that with, if I had someone to share the financial burden with, someone to help with cooking, someone to help with cleaning, how less stressed I would be, because I feel like I take on a lot and I do a lot, not only for myself, but the people in my life. And I am so tired of people telling me, oh, you're going to find him when you least expect it. Oh, stop looking for him and it'll happen.
This is something I've been seeing a lot recently, especially on TikTok, where women express their frustration about how they're in their 30s and still single, just like this woman. In this woman's case, that realization hit her when she realized she's 32 years old and still single. And that's when the panic starts to kick in. That's when the I have time mindset suddenly disappears. Because in your 20s, you can ignore the warning signs. You can pretend everything is fine. You can push relationships away thinking there will always be another guy, another chance, another season. But when 30 hits, reality sets in. And really, they can't blame anyone but themselves. For a lot of these women who end up in this position where they're single and worried about not finding a man, they're the ones who created the situation in the first place. They spent their best years focusing on themselves, turning down good men, chasing the wrong ones, or believing they could play the dating game forever without consequences.
Nobody really prepares you for how lonely your 30s can be.
So I'm officially 36.
Okay.
And I'm single against my will. So, hello.
Okay.
I didn't think I'd be here again, but here we are.
I cry in my car every single day.
So, as a woman in her early 30s, with no kids on Mother's Day,
Okay.
I can tell you that I feel weird. I feel sad. I feel lonely. I feel left out. I feel behind, I guess. I feel not good. However, I know that I'm waiting for the right person. I know that my career is taking off. I know that I'm independent. I know that I don't sleep with the wrong men. I know that I'm not going to have a baby with the wrong man.
Can someone please explain this? Why do men match me on an app and then say nothing? Like, sir, I opened the door. The door is unlocked. All you have to do is enter and say hello. Instead, you're just walking by. Why are we matching if you're not going to say anything? Messaging first isn't where you're going to lose some type of masculinity. Men really think matching is the effort. Stop. Just say hello.
Single, I'm 35, and quite honestly, I'm lonely.
Why is it so hard to find a guy?
What does it take to find a good guy? I don't understand why it's so hard in your 40s to just find a good person.
Where are all the single guys that are respectful and educated and want to take care of a woman?
Where are all the single straight men?
I'm starting to wonder where they are. Where?
Genuinely question if there is real love left, especially in our generation.
I would love to find my person. I would. I'd love for someone to hold my hand. I would love for someone to just know that they're there for me and I'm there for them. To have that one person that's such a best friend and just knows everything and understands you. That rock, that foundation, having that love there. And then sometimes I wonder, well, what if this is it? This is life. This is my life. Maybe this is what's in the cards for me.
It's quite funny how women will push men away and then turn around, ask for them to return. Where are all the good guys? Where are the men? Blah, blah, blah. They're always asking for good men, but never treat them right. They're always asking for them, but never say to themselves that they're the reason that those men are giving up and walking away. Any woman calling for good men in her 30s isn't doing so because she genuinely wants a healthy partnership. It's usually because the reality she tried to avoid is finally catching up to her. It's not about love. It's about fear. Fear of being alone. Fear of aging out of the dating market. Fear of realizing that the options she thought she had were never real options to begin with. And what makes it even more ironic is that the same men they overlooked, disrespected, or took for granted in her 20s are the same ones they suddenly want now.
People ask me, what are leftover women? So in China, women over 30 who aren't married get branded as leftover women, like expired goods. Same with Japan and Korea, where single women are called Christmas cakes or gold mist. But in the West, many European countries, the average first marriage age for women is 32 to 34. In the US, women marry at 28 and above on average, yet no one calls them leftover oils.
Anyone else out there in their 40s in the dating pool? Yeah, it's trash, isn't it? The dating pool is full of trash. Why is it that in our 40s, we can't find men who can communicate? Where are they? It's like they start off one way, all nice and sweet and communicative and responsive, and then it just goes downhill and you want to call them out on any kind of bullshit, or you want to communicate, and the answer is to ghost you and then block you on everything. I don't understand why ghosting and blocking is a thing in your 40s. Fucking communicate. Aren't we overplaying these childish games?
I always say this. The dating pool for women who are in their 30s or even 40s in this woman's case has changed. She's complaining about how she's running into men who can't communicate and they just ghost her or block her. Although I don't agree with either of those, them ghosting or blocking you is showing that they weren't really interested after they got to know you. Many of these older women are struggling with this. They run into players who play games. And the reason they keep running into these types of men is because the men who aren't playing games, the serious, stable, relationship-minded men, already settled down or already moved on. By the time these women decide they want something real, the good guys aren't waiting around anymore. And instead of looking inward and asking themselves, why am I only attracting these men now? They blame the entire dating world. But the truth is, the dating pool hasn't just changed. Their position in the pool has changed. When they were younger, they had access to men who were serious. Now, they're dealing with a completely different tier of men, the players and the chads.
Yo, some women get on my fucking nerve. Like, they're over here fucking turning 40, telling me that, oh, I can't find a good man, I can't find a good man. And then they fucking talk to someone and they just stop talking to them. And I'm like, well, what the fuck happened? Oh, well, I asked him what he was doing and he told me he was eating chicken wings. Okay, and that was it. He was eating fucking chicken wings. You fucking stopped talking to him because he was eating fucking chicken wings? No, he should have, like, ate something healthier. Like, I want my guy to eat something healthy. The guy fucking wants chicken wings. You just stopped talking to a guy for eating fucking chicken wings. That's why you fucking 40 and single. Like, what do you mean? They ain't good guys. He's not a good guy because he eats fucking chicken wings? Get the fuck out of here.
Okay, I have a question for single men in their 30s who have their life together and just haven't found the one yet for some reason. So if I was a single lady in my 30s and I wanted to meet you, where would be the best place to go?
There isn't a place that you can go and meet them because they're not interested in the least in meeting you. Now, look, I know you hate hearing that, and it's why y'all keep asking this question over and over, desperately hoping the answer is somehow going to change. But it's not. Not now, not ever. Men are done. They've walked away. They don't want to date you, don't even want to meet you. Hell, they don't even want to talk to you anymore. They are done dealing with your toxicity towards them. They are absolutely done with your rampant false allegations made against them, not to mention your ridiculous demands and expectations. And oh yeah, you're not valuing them as human beings at all. Sorry, ladies, you didn't just burn your bridges, you dropped multiple Moabs on them. So how about y'all stop asking this silly question and just go and be strong. Be strong and independent. I mean, y'all said you didn't want men and didn't need them, so here's your chance. Go live that life, because the reality is, that is your only option now.
The reality is, single men in their 30s aren't even looking to date. The majority of them, of course. She's asking where to meet single men, but these men at this moment do not want to be found or bothered. A lot of them aren't even trying to entertain the idea of dating because it's been sucked out of them by modern women over the years. They've been burned, used, or manipulated so many times that the thought of putting themselves out there again just isn't worth it. The energy, the effort, the emotional investment, it's all been met with entitlement, drama, or disinterest. And the men who are interested, they've already learned to be selective, to guard themselves, and to prioritize women who bring value, respect, and stability into their lives. So when women in their 30s complain about where are all the good men, the sad truth is that the men who would have been good for them have already moved on.
I want to be replaced. I want you to teach me how to love you. I want to learn your ways. I want to learn how to communicate. I want to learn the things that make you feel safe, the things that make you feel loved, and the things that will make us succeed in our relationship. I know that you are my person. And for that reason, I want to do the work. I want to stay here. I want to work on it. As long as this remains healthy.
Where are the men our age hiding?
Everyone deserves to feel a sense of belonging, but in today's world, that is becoming increasingly harder to do, and we are facing a loneliness epidemic that goes beyond the already very lonely periods in life that women face. From the isolation in early motherhood or first-time motherhood to women getting lonelier as they progress in their careers. Men get less lonely, women get lonelier. And in Canada, I'm in Canada, senior women are almost double as likely, they're almost twice as likely to be lonely than senior men. So on top of these already lonely periods in a woman's life, the world is just getting lonelier. So how do we combat this loneliness?
Dating when you're 30 fucking sucks. The whole online thing is I don't have a problem with it ideologically because I think I'm pretty normal. I mean, I guess depends on who you ask. The reason I'm single at 30 is I was in a relationship from 21 to 28. Honestly, I'm just getting to know myself right now. A little bit out of breath. Give myself grace. I'm doing a lot of that lately. A lot of grace to myself. I went straight from college to moving in with my boyfriend. Completely depending on him financially for my work. Because I did work my ass off, but we worked together and he was the CEO of the company. And we shared a cat and a home and a life and friends. And when we broke up, I lost my job. I lost my financial security. I lost my relationship. I lost my home. I lost my social life. I lost my cat. I lost everything. I moved in with my parents and then I broke my leg and I broke my fucking femur. Had to relearn how to walk and was really, really at rock bottom. But anyway, that's besides the point. That's my story. That's why I'm single at 30. I mean, I'll check back in with you in a couple years, and if I'm still single, then maybe we can like reassess and be like, okay, that happened, but maybe she's also a little wacky and there's some other reasons why she's not coupled up with someone. But anyway, man, guys are just like snoozes. Like, they're just not interesting. I miss when we were young, like, remember in high school, like when you first had a crush or whatever, like they're all you could think about. Like, don't you miss that feeling of like butterflies? Like, does that exist when you're an adult in the real world? Because like, I met all these guys, they're like fine, they're nice on paper, they have nice careers, they like our values align, they're good looking, but it's like, where is the spark? Where are the butterflies? I want to find someone who I'm obsessed with. Or is that just toxic? I don't know. I need someone to like tell me, like, does that still exist out there? I don't know. I'm on a rant now just because I just got home. Had a couple drinks. Conversation was fine. Didn't feel anything emotionally. And I'm starting to wonder if I ever will again.
I understand she was going through her issues as to why she couldn't date. But besides that, she said that dating at 30 is hard and guys are like snoozes. She misses the butterflies. Women like that are easy to lie to. And that's why many of them fall for the chads who sell them a dream. Any woman who's looking for butterflies to obsess over a guy isn't really looking for a relationship. Because what happens after the butterfly feeling is gone? She will no longer be obsessed with him. And that's when the problems start. The excitement fades, the illusions crumble, and the same women who chased the thrill are left feeling bored, disappointed, or unloved. The feeling she's describing is something that's from high school days, and many women haven't grown out of that fantasy yet. Butterflies aren't really a sign of love or compatibility. They're just your brain reacting to novelty and excitement. Chasing that feeling as an adult is immature because it distracts from what really matters in a relationship, and that's why many of them struggle at 30 and struggle to date.